Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And I want to welcome you here this evening once again into the SSN Nation Friday night live stream where you are here, where you could be anywhere else on the planet. And welcome. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And tonight's topic, government keeps stealing from you. Money, money, money. Let's stop them now. You know what we talk about around here with the get your assets. That was 2021. Passive income, 2022. So there has to be a way where we don't have to pay as much in taxes, for instance. There is. We're going to talk about that a little bit tonight. And of course, the stealing of our money is going to be on full display. But what do you need to do? Start your own businesses. Create tax havens for yourself. We're going to talk about a few of these things and much, much more tonight. And of course, you can always join in the conversation in the chat room. So let's see who's in the house tonight. We have Professor Auntie Val's in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. And the tagline to begin with is good evening, fam, with the heart, with the strength, with the support. Thank you so much. Says out with hubby tonight in listen mode, but I'm here. Thank you so much. This will be like podcast mode tonight. But thank you so much for your support once again and for that message. And we have Mr. Cool Laverne Penix in the house with the icon next to his name. Thank you so much for being here on the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. And I know he's going to have his tagline in tow. So it says, hey, SSN Nation, I hope everyone is doing well. It's time to get paid. He done switched it up on us. He says it's time to get paid. That's exactly what we're talking about tonight and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, as it turns out, because time is of the essence, ladies and gentlemen. You're gonna have to do something if you haven't started already. And if you have started already, then we're gonna talk about how you can pay less in taxes, how you can actually do something with your business with regards to credit, start building all these things because you're gonna need all weapons on deck in the next year, year and a half. All right. And if you don't, that's even better because you'll have all the weaponry without having to fire any of the bullets. All right. So let's talk about this, ladies and gentlemen. And look who else is in the house this evening. Maria Barnes, known as Mrs. Cool around here. Thank you so much for being here in the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. Thank you so much. Good evening, SSN family. Good evening to you too. I hope everyone is doing good. I hope everyone is doing well. Just like you. Thank you so much once again for being here. I appreciate it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's just make this short and sweet. The chat room is open to everybody. Members of the channel, if you looked under the community tab, you could have joined me here on the screen. That would have been cool as well. And we have Diesel Mike in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. And he has his tagline and he has the icon next to his name. Thank you so much. Good evening, Eric and SSN family. Good evening to you too, Diesel Mike. Thank you so much for being here. And by the way, 5 minutes in almost, and I haven't said it, but now I am. Please smash the like button. You know why. So the YouTube gods know that we have people here in the SSN Nation on a Friday night live stream. I know the topic. Government keeps stealing from you. I know people are saying, okay, what's he talking about? Money, money, money. All right. That's right. Let's stop them. That's what we're going to try and do, right? That's what we've been talking about, but not lately. Stella, Luna, welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it, and says good evening, everyone. Blessings. Blessings to you too. Thank you once again for being here on the Friday night. All right, ladies and gentlemen, where shall I start? I think I'm going to start with the simplest facts, because when you are out here working at a job, W-2 job I'm referring to, you automatically have your taxes taken out. There's not much you can do about that. It's automatic generally. And your FICA and all that's gone, all gone, bye-bye. Your contribution to the Social Security fund that's being stolen as well, bye-bye. Okay, so the only option that you have in order to try to slow down the theft of your hard-earned money is you're going to have to start some sort of business. Now, it could be several different types of businesses. It could be sole proprietor. Nowadays, it can be sole proprietor, LLC, C Corp. An LLC turns into an S Corp. There are several different ways that you can still receive money and not have to have your money stolen by the government, that is. All right? That's what we're talking about here, ladies and gentlemen, because as we did it on the other night, when we were talking about, we went geopolitical, I did anyhow, talking about the Ukraine situation. And I was saying, we showed on the screen where the United States is paying, well, last year they paid over $770 billion for the military industrial complex. And for some reason, they're not going to use it against a country that only expends $61 billion. I'm trying to find out, why are they taking our taxes for this again? And Maria Barnes says, Eric, I joined SSN Nation, but the icon is not showing by my name. Yes, Maria Barnes, I see that, and I do not know why. So that is something you may need to check with. Maybe your bank or somebody didn't authorize it, or maybe I have no clue, because that's all a Google, YouTube situation when they do these memberships. So I don't have any way to check it or double check, but I would suspect that maybe either your card company said, okay, we're not going to allow it. One option. I don't know of many other options other than that. Or just check your log into your bank account and see if there's still a charge. See if it's pending or see if it's went through. And then, of course, I don't know where the customer service is for YouTube or Google, shall I say, but probably an email or something of that sort. But thank you so much for becoming a new member. And I don't know why you don't have the icon, but hopefully it'll be sorted out, and you can probably see it. Like I said, check your bank, make sure it went through. All right. Now, let's get into this a little bit more, because what I'm talking about here tonight is government keeps stealing from you, but you're allowing them to. What I mean by allowing them to is simply you work as a W-2. If you do W-2 work, if you do 1099 work, and you don't form a business entity for that 1099, and they're just paying you directly, just like right now, what's going to happen when you send somebody $600 or more on some of these like PayPal's, Cash Apps, and things like that, you're going to have to determine if you can send it as a gift or if it's going to have to be sent as a business. Now, there is a distinction. If you send as a business, some of these items can be tax deductible. So that works in your favor if you have income or revenue coming in and you need tax deductions. That works out. But if you're an individual who doesn't get the tax deductions for business, then you're going to owe money on this. So unless you are able to send it as a gift or something that says it's not for business, and what's going to end up happening, it's going to be a logistical nightmare, because if you don't write down every transaction, which this is also ludicrous. I don't know how the government expects people to work their asses off and then figure out how to do some paperwork. But the fact of the matter is, you might have to log in every transaction that you do and claim it as something. So if you're sending money because you went out here and had dinner, and you say, hey, I'll send you that $50 or $100 or whatever, and you send it to them and you don't designate it that it's like for dinner or gift or whatever, you might have taxable situations coming up 12 months to 18 months later, which is scary. So this is what we're trying to avoid, versus if you had it lined up as a business, meaning an EIN number that you get from the IRS. Now we go out to eat at dinner. Now we're talking business. Some of this can be written off anyhow. So even if I am sending it to them, at least the person receiving it, it's going to be received as business as well, which now presents another problem. But you're out there eating at business too. So your dinner, portions of it, is a tax write-off for the person receiving and the person sending. So you're going to have to set up, mostly just like the top 10 percenters, you're going to have to set up business entities. Now, I want to stretch a little bit from business entities, because I'm going to assume everybody knows how they can go to irs.gov, get an EIN number, how you can just go to your state. Well, most states it's Secretary of State. A few states, they call it something else, where you go get your LLC or C corporation. You go there, get your EIN numbers, and now you start your business entity. So then this way you are in business. But let's get things straight. You aren't in business unless you have something to sell and somebody's buying something from you. Just to have an EIN number and LLC and then call it a day, that's not going to cut it. You're going to have to generate revenue, act like a business. So what does that mean? That means you may need like an Opus virtual office that I always talk about. I have a link down below in the description. So we're going to go to the screen in a second. But first, I have to welcome Gary White in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Once again, with the icon next to the name. And he has his tagline, "Good evening, SSN family. Let's get it." That's what we plan on doing around here, because a lot of people, you need to start saving on taxes by any means necessary. So think about it this way. Let me ask you guys something. So I'm sitting here doing videos. YouTube, because there's monetization, we receive a little bit of money from monetization here. So since I do videos, doesn't it make sense that I could actually go to certain locations and shoot intros? Wouldn't that not be considered part of the business, right? Also, if you go meet somebody and you start talking about something related to the business of YouTube, now that potentially is a tax write-off. So these things that you normally would do, you can start saying, you know what, I need to write this off. Just like when you have this simple business meeting, like you and your friends are getting together and you're sitting there talking, and the next thing you know, it goes into, hey, I think I want to buy some real estate. What do you think? Well, you're in the business of making money. You start talking business, you start talking pre-construction condos, and you start talking referencing, hey, check out these videos, check out the podcast, check out this, that, and the other. The IRS is going to have a hard time saying that's not a business meeting or portions thereof. You got to log it in, you got to write it out, but still, you're making money. Why are you going to leave money on the table? You're going to make a profit. You need to make sure that you are able to write off as much as possible. Don't be shy. They'll let you know if you can't write it off. But then again, you don't have to be crazy about it either and fudge the numbers. Just write it off, the amount that you feel that it should be. And it's based on the IRS rules. I'm not an accountant, so I can't get into it. But all I'm trying to say is, these are the little things that a lot of you may be missing. The simple stuff. Hey, I'm going down to check out some real estate in the country down there to meet with a real estate agent. Okay, I drove down there. That means some of that is going to be tax deductible. See, you have to change your mindset, because you don't want that money stolen from you because you don't know any better. So when you're in business, and that is some of the core business ideas and business things that you do, then you get to write them off. It's that simple. So that's why I and everybody else says, get your businesses started. All right. It's that simple. All right. let me get into this right here, because I'm going to show Opus Virtual Office because a lot of people want business credit. And business credit sometimes is easy. And in this case, it got easier because one of the things is Opus Virtual Office now gives credit for your business or reports credit for your business. So down here at the bottom, business credit building, because you are paying $99 per month. It is under your EIN. It is under a business. This is a virtual office. These people have a live receptionist that answers the phone under your company name. Then they transfer the phone call to wherever you want. It can go to voicemail or it can come directly to you. It's corporate mailing address, which means just that. It's not a residential address. Once again, you guys know I talk about this. I probably do this on almost every other live stream or every 2 or 3 live streams. Corporate mailing address is different than your residential. Today, you need to be safe. You need to make sure your family is safe. So if you have a business, you want to make sure that it's not ran out of your residential home address where it's going to be on all documents. All right. You want security. Plus, you also want separate entity. You don't want to commingle residential along with your business, because if, heaven forbid, a lawsuit arises, they're going to start looking at, oh, wait a minute, we're going to pierce the corporate veil. He has no protection as a business because, look, he's running out of his house. He didn't designate an office in his house. He doesn't have anything designated that looks like anything that's business related here. Doesn't have a business phone number, which is what Opus Virtual Office has. Doesn't have a business fax number, which is what Opus Virtual Office has. Doesn't have a business address. So this appears to a court that, like, wait, he's just running this out of his house. So this is definitely not corporation status here. So it's worth $99 a month, or you can prepay in advance and reduce your overall monthly amount. And therefore, it's a tax write-off. Again, that's where we're going with this tonight. This is just the beginning, ladies and gentlemen, because there's some other things that you can do. And it's pretty basic, but not simple, because whenever we try to do anything with taxes, you're going to have to seek tax professionals who know what they're doing with businesses and with holding companies, potentially with offshore companies, potentially. All of these items you can use to your advantage. So the government can't steal your money. They can't steal from you any longer, because now you're an entity and you're sitting there saying, okay, all this is going to be a write-off. Now, even though I showed Opus Virtual Office, there's a link down below if you want to sign up for Opus Virtual Office. And again, it helps with your business. Also, NAV, a company called NAV, you register your business with it under your EIN, and they work like Credit Karma. Meaning if you're on Credit Karma, you get emails that says, hey, you may qualify for something. Well, on NAV, if you're in business, then they send you, hey, your business may qualify for funding or loans or credit cards. Similar type of thing, except business for NAV, personal for the others. Now, so NAV, the link is down below as well. It doesn't take anything to register and sign up. It's free. But if you want to get NAV reporting on your credit report or your business credit report, then you need to sign up for the $39.99 or $49.99 program, and then they'll report. All right, that's going to help you out for business related credit and funding and lines of credit. All right, that's not generally what we're talking about tonight, but that's just a side effect of you starting your own business. And then you'll be able to get funding down the road. The longer you're in business, the longer you have revenues coming in, everything will line up as long as you're handling business. All right. So keep that in mind. And here's what I'm going to do next, because a lot of people may not understand why the top 10 percenters and the richest people in the world do certain things. One is they generally buy stocks. The other is they generally have a business. All of these can be tax write-offs one way or another, because you can invest up to a certain amount in an IRA, and a 401k, which, by the way, if you have a business and the IN number, you can form a 401k under your business. All right. Think about that. You can be an employee of your company. That's right. We're going next level. S Corp. I've talked about this before. There's probably a video from a year ago about an S Corp where you have an LLC, but you actually work for the company and you get a W-2 paycheck. Write-offs for both of you in this case, and then you can turn around and have your company have a 401k, and guess what? Your company can match your donation, I'll call it. Whatever you put in, they can match it. So you can write up your own bylaws and say, we're going to match 25%. So now the company's putting in 25%, you're putting in whatever you want, and now you're growing at a lot faster rate. But you're keeping your money because, as you know, when you put into a 401k, part of that is tax deductible. You have a limit depending on if you're single or married. But think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Another way to keep the government from stealing your money. The same playbook that 1%ers and 10%ers do, you can do. It's just that they don't like telling you guys about it. That's all there is to it. All right. So I just actually gave you something to think about when you start your companies, and then you say, hey, you know what? I'm going to change this into an S. I'm going to do 401ks. I'm going to do matching, bonus of some sort. So now you're giving yourself, because it's your company, you're giving yourself more money to invest. Set it up. TD Ameritrade, for instance, if you want to know. All right. You can go there. So now you make, let's say, you write yourself $2,000 a month, which is nothing. That's $24,000 a year. But now you say, I'm going to put in $6,000 into my 401k. Then you can say, hey, my company's going to match 10%, let's say. It doesn't matter, whatever you want. Now that's $6,600 that you have in the account. You see where I'm going with this, ladies and gentlemen. You write your own rules when you have your own entity, as long as it's legal. All right. Because you have maximums that you can put into your 401k per year or IRA every year. All right. So we can get up to somewhere like $20,000, $30,000. And guess what? It's tax deductible as well. You can get there, ladies and gentlemen. So again, we don't want the government having our money, right? Isn't that what we want here? We don't want that. So here's what I have on the screen right now. A lot of you, I'm moving fast here tonight because you guys know how I am long-winded and talk a lot. But here's what I'm talking about. Here, look at this depreciation. Again, why do you think the top 10%ers want real estate and they want to also do stocks? Why do you think these are on their list? Real estate, here's depreciation. And this is just a general rule. See, I'll just tell you what it says by my favorite, Investopedia. By convention, most U.S. residential rental property, notice it says rental property, is depreciated. Shout out to everybody who's bought pre-construction or already has real estate that they're renting. Rental property is depreciated at a rate of 3.636%, 3.636% each year for 27.5 years. Only the value of the buildings can be depreciated. How do you like that, ladies and gentlemen? You bought a building for $500,000. You get to depreciate 3% a year. Almost, let's call it $18,000 a year. I think that write-off is very, very good, right? Now you see why people place their properties under an LLC or a C Corp or a trust, because now any revenues coming in to the business, you can start reducing your tax. Now you also see why there's a certain people in the financial industry, a president that inflated their numbers, because if you say you bought a property at a higher rate than what you actually bought it at, then you get a higher rate of depreciation. So there's a big difference between saying I bought something for 10 million and I bought something for 50 million. The depreciation numbers are a whole nother level. And that's how these 1%ers, 10%ers, people that are wealthy, this is how they stay ahead of the game. They have 20 years plus that they can write depreciation for these $1 million properties that they're buying. So some of you be like, man, why are these guys just buying buildings and letting them sit there and don't even go visit them but once or twice a year? Which, by the way, you go visit your property, another tax write-off. So when Mr. and Mrs. Cool was in the Dominican Republic going over there to check on the property that they have bought, even though it was pre-construction, they're getting updates. Their part of their trip is tax deductible, even if they don't have a business, because that's their second home and they can have ways to actually do it. But if they actually had a business too, the little videos that they made for us and doing things like that, that would bolster up their claim, because they would say, hey, this was our business. We were showing people what they're missing out on. We're showing people about some updates and what it looks like in the area. So all of this would be like, if the IRS comes knocking, they'll be like, hey, okay, these guys were out here actually handling some things. So it gets to be some flights could be deducted, some first night or second night hotels or last night, however you want to do it. 2 nights could be deducted on the cost. When you're going to meet with the lawyer and you guys are having lunch at whatever place you want, all of a sudden that starts turning into a write-off. Stuff you naturally do that you don't even think about, they're write-offs. And here goes another one. You own rental property and you get depreciation, ladies and gentlemen. And you didn't even probably know that if you own more than one property, or even if you own one, long as it's a rental property. So you're sitting out here and you say, hey, you know what? I made 200. Well, I'll just use a number. It doesn't matter. $200,000 we had in profit. And then you just sign this and say, oh man, I got this tax situation. And then a professional comes to you and says, hey, have you used your depreciation numbers? And they're like, what do you mean? Have you ever used it? They're like, no. You're like, no, I didn't even know I could do anything. Well, now how much did you buy this for? Well, we bought it for $2 million. They're just like, oh my goodness. You got like $60,000 that you can write off every year in depreciation. And you're like, what? So you mean I didn't make 200 G's? They're like, hell no. You're down to 140 now. Let's see what else we can do for you. Did you do any improvements in here? You buy anything new? See, all this comes into play, ladies and gentlemen, when you turn your life into a business. All right? You turn your life into an entity, then you have tax write-offs that normal people who do not have entities do not have. All right? So keep that in mind. Another thing that you guys can use. All right, let's see who else is in the house. Hey, Teresa Vol, welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, Eric and SSN fam. Let's add these investments. Hey, Teresa Vol with the investment. He's in the investment game. I know you are. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. And if you like what we're talking about so far, please subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, you can always ask in the chat room. We have no problem around here. You don't have to pay to play. This is the no guru zone. We give it to you for the real, because this is what we do. And we have people here in the house who are investors, who are money lenders, who actually do different things for a living. So we might have an answer for you. So don't be shy if you have any question. Trucker Trey is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. And he says, yo, what's up, SSN family? What's up to you, Trucker Trey? How are you, Eric? I am doing fine. Thank you so much for asking. And I appreciate you being here once again, Trucker Trey. Wilson Koo is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream, right on time. Speaking of money, speaking of real estate, speaking of borrowing, lending, the man is here. Good evening, Mr. Bird and SSN family. He starts his tagline, 100% facts, and he says he sells money. He does sell money. You need to borrow money. I don't care for what, almost, whether it's for business, whether it's for real estate, whether it's for almost any type of business. If you're on Amazon, he can help you out. If you have reoccurring revenue, he can help you out. If you want to rehab a building, he can help you out. I mean, there's all kind of options here. If you have crypto and you want to borrow against that, he can help you out. That's why he sells money. That's why you have to go check him out. QuickEasyFunds.com. Or you can hit me up with support@stopstrugglingnow.com, and I will send him your email to say you're trying to get in touch with him. But Quick Easy Funds is QUIK, E as in Eric, Z as in Zebra, funds.com. You can check them out there. Thank you so much, Wilson Koo, with the icon next to his name. Trucker Trey, hey, question. Can I set up an S Corp and only buy dividend growth stocks and Bitcoin and bonds and stuff like that? Yes. Yes, you can. First of all, you're going to set up an LLC. All right. An S Corp actually isn't really an entity. So in other words, what I mean by that is there's no paperwork that you just go, it's an S Corp. So a C Corp, you actually sign up. LLC, you actually sign up. You have to apply with the IRS to turn your LLC into an S Corp. All right. Or designated, I guess, from the get-go and try to make sure it's approved. But either way, you can get your S Corp. And yes, you can make sure your S Corp has like a TD Ameritrade, for instance, is under your business name. And then you also can open up as a person because you're an employee. That's what an S Corp turns you into. You're a person. You can also have your own 401k. Then you match it, like I was just talking about earlier. And yes, you can buy stocks. So you can be with Fidelity, TD Ameritrade. You just have to get your company approved. And that's the whole idea. So that's another way to also limit your taxes, your government from stealing from you, because that's where you're making your investments. And that's why you see all the guys who are wealthy, they generally have their business into the stock market, business into crypto, businesses buying gold and silver. Those could all be on the balance sheet for your business. It changes everything because a business is a separate entity, a separate individual. You are an employee. And also think of this, ladies and gentlemen. How about this? So let's just say, for the sake of argument, your business made $300,000. All right. Separate entity. I'm not referring to an LLC, by the way, because an LLC is just a pass through. So you're going to have 15.3% in self-employment taxes on that 300,000. That's not very pretty. All right. So that's why you set up an S Corp. So you're an employee. So then you can have distributions and you can have a wage. The wage is taxable event against what the company makes, but you're still going to have to pay the FICO and all that. But at least it beats the 15.3 that comes off the top of the gross profit. You don't want to be in that ball game, right? You want to be like this. The company made 300. You got paid 40 grand. So you have a 40 grand W-2. All right. Then you have distribution. It could be another 40 grand. So you have limited, instead of paying 300, now you're down to 220 for your corporation's taxable event, potentially. It could be even less than that. But unfortunately, we can't get any tax advisors. So I'm not going to go any deeper because I'm not an accountant. But I'm not going to go deeper until probably about another 3 months, 4 months. Because the guys, the accountants and tax attorneys and all these guys, they're very busy right now. So we're going to have them on and you guys can actually talk to them about when you set up your entities and what you can do. You know how we do it here. All right. But yes, the answer is yes. TD Ameritrade. All right. A3 Sival. Fun fact, Eric, I paid Puna Kana project down payment with Biz Credit. There we go. Exactly. It's doable, ladies and gentlemen. That's exactly how you do it. Exactly how you do it. Sure, he's got to pay back the Biz Credit on some sort of biz, on whatever their payment schedule is, but he could have done something like that, had a 0% Interest only, it could be for a year, 2 years, and pay 1% a month, because even interest only, or 0% is what I'm getting at. Even if he had a 0% interest only, you're going to pay back a little bit. Or to speed it up, you can pay it back, so then you won't owe when the interest kicks in. So, but you can do this as well. And get this, ladies and gentlemen, A3 Saval is already setting it up. His business, in essence, could actually have bought the unit. Think about this. So he's already going to be able to do his depreciation. He's already setting this up. You see, this is beautiful. So let's just say he does have the $20,000 of revenue this year. Let's say he bought something that's 200 grand. He's going to have about almost $7,000 that he can get depreciated every year off of that. So now he's down to 13,000. Then all of a sudden you say, well, hey, we had to pay property management. In fact, I'm an employee of the company. We gave them their salary and wage. He got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 grand. Now all of a sudden you start siphoning off how much tax liabilities that you have. And so this is why I love to see this. Using biz credit and setting it up as a business also is beautiful. All right, that's the one thing I want to say. So that's good news. Wilson Koo with the icon. He's showing the love. He says, evening, Laverne P, Maria B, Diesel M, Gary W, A3 Saval. That's right. And A3 Saval, let me know again which property that was that you got, because I can never remember. Because I was going to say something the other night, but I was like, A3 Saval got property, but I can't remember which one it was. Anyhow, Victor Marrero's in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream with the icon next to the name. And he says his tagline, hello all, let's do this. That's what we do every Friday night, Monday night, Wednesday night, and hope you guys come back and see us again. But please, if you like what we're talking about, subscribe to the channel, click the all notification bell. All right, let's see. I've been leveraging depreciation on my rental properties for years. This is very powerful. The difference is thousands. Exactly, Victor Marrero. Thank you so much for mentioning this, because that's right. He has property and he's able to do thousands at the 3.6% minimum. So again, I'll even set you up, because I know what I think I know pretty close. When he bought the Margaritaville, $300,000 potentially, 250 or 300, I think is going to be their number, but I'll go up to 300 because you had to buy that furniture package. So now that's at least $10,000 per year that he can depreciate for 20 plus years, ladies and gentlemen. So while he's out here making like $100,000 a year, let's say, now he's down to 90. And then when he disperses it, depending on how their LLC or company or how it's structured, these guys he can reduce his tax liability, because he could be an employee if it's set up under an LLC, or if it was gifted as an LLC, whatever you got to do. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, let's say you have a company, you can actually put something in writing that says you are leasing, loaning, giving, something of that nature to the LLC to utilize for business. I mean, you can write whatever you want when you're a business. So therefore, it can turn into a business entity even if you didn't have it under the LLC umbrella. I'm just saying. All right. But again, talk with a tax professional. But Victor Marrero has had to talk with tax professionals because he has had more than one rental property. He has 2 minimum. He might even have more. But the fact of the matter is, when you start having multiple rental properties, you want to get all the tax deductions that you can get. And when you have properties and you can go for 20 years and take off $10,000 every year, now you're just going, well, where's that $1 million property? So I can take off $100,000 a year, right? Okay, just think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, I think I'm a bit over on 100, but nonetheless, give me that $1 million property and we got 36,000, is it? I think that's what it is. 36,000. But that's a lot of money when you start doing it. All right. A lot of us are in pre-construction in Punta Cana. There's 30 some people. A lot of us probably purchased, I would say on average, probably in the hundreds, about 120 to 150. even on those numbers, $4,000, $5,000 per year, just because depreciation, I'll take it, especially if my property is generating only about 50 G's or 40 G's a year. I'll take the $5,000 or $6,000 depreciation. And I'm sure Marrero can probably tell stories about at the end when he said, hey, I made all this money. Oh my, I need to write some of this off. And then somebody says, hey, you can write off about 10 to 15,000 just in depreciation. Because remember, you also have furniture inside, appliances inside. I've been leveraging depreciation on my rental properties for years. Oh, I just redid it. This is very powerful. The difference is thousands. Exactly. He's not giving the government the money that they're normally stealing from people who do not know any better. All right. Speedo Ninja's in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. And he has the icon next to the name. I appreciate that. And he says, good evening, everyone. Haven't been in the live lately, but been watching the replays afterwards. Thank you so much, Speedo Ninja. Any of that is very, very helpful. And oh, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, you know you got to share the videos because you never know who you can help. You never even know what subject matter we're going to talk about. Hell, I don't even know what subject matter we're going to talk about because we have questions, right? So you never know where this is going to go. I bought another property recently in Vista Kind of Speedo Ninja. What are you doing? Tell me, property number 2? Man, this is getting crazy. You guys are doing the damn thing. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I'm very, very proud of all of you who are taking the risk on investing. Even investing abroad. Never mind about investing in your backyard, people won't do. But you are actually going across water to say, I'm going to go invest in a certain location. That is awesome. I love the risk. I love the risk investments. I love it. Okay, Speedo Ninja, don't tease us. Don't tease us now. You're going to have to give us some details. What size unit? Which project in Vista Kind? Congratulations once again. Very, very proud because we want, oh my, no, Speedo Ninja. Speedo Ninja then did the damn thing. He bought it Bellaria. In case you don't know what Bellaria is, I did a video on Bellaria. That is the upscale villas in Vista Kind. And in case you don't know where Vista Kind is, that's the Dominican Republic, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, the Bellaria project. Now, there are certain units or certain villa types there. I think there's 3 or 4. So you're going to have to let us know which villa type did you purchase, Speedo Ninja, because just to give you guys an idea, they are roughly around 275,000 to 286,000. I believe. I don't think they were higher than that, but that is the range. And these are luxury condos. He did the damn thing because rental potential, because they can sleep 9 or 10. And that means $500 potentially on up to $1,500 per night during prime time, depending on what happens with Vista Kind. If Vista Kind ends up being like Cocatel, Punta Cana Village, or Cap Cana, now you are going to be able to rent at those numbers. And purchasing, even if you purchase at $300,000, which is basically where Marrero, what he's did in Orlando, you purchase for $300,000 and you're able to turn that into $3,000 or $4,000 per week during prime time. And if you're able to get, if this turns into what potentially could be, and you could do 3 weeks during prime time and make like $15,000 a month for 4 months, that's 60 G's. All right. So 60 G's and you bought it for 3 means that's 20% on your money. I'm going to show you something tonight in Playa del Carmen where they're touting you can get 8% to 14% on your money if you come down there and do pre-construction or buy real estate down there. Now, I'm not going to get into it yet, but since we're into this, Speedo Ninja, congratulations once again. And I don't even know what the first property was that you purchased, quite frankly. A3 Saval says, I purchased a Wave. There we go. All right, I couldn't remember what it was, but congratulations to you as well, A3 Saval. Very well done and already doing it. Leah Dennis is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here with the icon next to the name and says, good evening, SSN family. Good evening to you. Eric B. already on fire, and we are just getting started. Great question, Trucker Trey. Exactly. And the answer, TD Ameritrade, Fidelity. You can go there, get your business set up under your LLC, open up the necessary, if you want to do a 401k, an IRA, whatever you want to do. Then you, as a business, you're going to say you're an employee under the company, set it up. Do the damn thing. Set it up. And now you have your own IRA. The company has an IRA. Oh, I'm double dipping? No problem, right? I'm investing. Every paycheck, you take a little bit and put it in the company's 401k, which is my 401k. I own the company. Think about it. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, talk to a tax professional, though. I am not one, but they'll be like, wait a minute, that works. A3 Saval, congrats, Speedo Ninja. And it looks like the Russians are in the house, just like they invaded Ukraine. They invade the SSN Nation. I don't mind because, you know, YouTube says we don't have people internationally coming to visit our channel. No viewers from international. We don't know what's going on is what they say. I said, that's impossible. What are you saying? They don't like real estate. They don't like the stock market. They don't like to make money online. What are you talking about? Nobody internationally would come check out a video or two out of 600 or 700 videos. Come on, man. Come on. Andy Ortiz is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream with the icon. Thank you so much for being here. And he says, what's up, SSN Nation? We're doing what we normally do, trying to help people get their financial freedom on and not have their money siphoned off. They're buying assets, which is the first thing, buying assets to receive the passive income. And that passive income that you receive, we don't want to give it to the government. We want to keep it in our pockets. So then we can go buy some more assets, right? That's what we're trying to do here tonight. That's what we're talking about. Andy Ortiz in the house, Mr. Amazon. Hopefully that's still going great, getting them orders passively while you sleep, while you're working in the graveyard shift. You're looking at your phone going, ting, another order. I know, Andy Ortiz, it's going to get kind of hard for you, especially if things start ticking up, taking off, and you're sitting there working and slaving away for somebody getting that W-2 money, and you're sitting there hearing this ting, 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 and then you're eventually going to be like, why am I listening to you? Why am I coming in here right now? Yeah, I think I need to leave. I can go home and sleep right now. I don't even have to do anything except what I put into that business and got it set up, and now I have to reorder, do what I need to do next, find the next product. I don't need to be here working at late night. I know what's coming. I know what's coming. So hopefully you get to that success level. All right, Speedo Ninja, congrats on your purchase too, A3 Saval. Yes, congratulations. Curtis Davis is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Financial has arrived. Thank you so much for being here on the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. And he says, good evening, SSN family, which is his tagline. In case you don't know what ABMM is, that means always be making money. That's what we're talking about here. That's why it's called Stop Struggling Now, because we get you with the stop paying on the taxes, right? Pay less taxes so the government doesn't steal your money year after year after year after year, 40, 50, 60 years. And all you have at the end of that is, hey, you know what? We got you some Social Security, but you know, it's like a fourth or a third of whatever you made. So that's not going to cover anything. And so that's why you got to get assets, ladies and gentlemen, because if you buy assets, you get tax write-offs. You know what you don't get tax write-offs for? I'm not even going to get into it tonight because it just cracks me up. You know, the only way you can get tax write-offs is if you are in a business. So if I'm on YouTube and then I go out and buy a car, and then now I'm in the car genre, then I can write it off. If I'm on YouTube and I'm singing and doing some other things and some of my performances, I need gear, costume, it could be jewelry, it could be watches, it can be clothes, it could be I'm going to the nail salon. It could be I'm going to get some hair on my head. All of that would be tax deductible because you are in business. So don't be sitting out here doing things thinking, hey, you just have to be out here doing something. Turn it into where you have a business, no matter what you do. And now you start having tax write-offs. All right. Curtis Davis with the icon. He also has his channel, Chili Davis, Chilly Davis. And guess what you get there? Stock updates, crypto updates, financial information and updates throughout the day and night. The man may not even sleep as far as I know. I don't know what he's doing. So anyhow, all I'm saying is go to his channel, subscribe to the channel, and you will get information that helps you out financially. All right, let's see what else is going on. Villa type Solaria, very, very nice. Some people may be saying, Eric, come on, stop playing with me. Okay, I'm going to show you guys something. I actually have Bellaria PDF. So this time, because the other PDF I was trying to pull up the other day, I didn't have it. But this one, I have. So we're going to show the Bellaria so people will say, okay, let me find out what this upscale joint is at the inside Vistacana. And there's only, I'll pull it up here shortly, but we're going to go down the list. All right, let's see. My other property was Townhouse in Villa Martina, Speedo Ninja. Did you see that latest video by Mr. Estacio? It was just like 5 seconds where he says, hey, Eric, we're going by Villa Martina. And there was actually I didn't know they were that far along. I thought Villa Martina was going to be like another year and a half, but they already have villas over at Villa Martina area, which is very, very interesting. They're moving right along. Okay, exactly. I'm almost there. It's coming. I can already taste the freedom, getting those freedom papers ready, Andy Ortiz. I know what you're doing because I know exactly what's happening. That's where I used to be a long, long time ago when I'm sitting there at work and I'm sitting there like, man, I'm making money while I'm sitting here listening to these clowns. All right, I'm going to be respectful. I'm sitting here with my colleagues and they're sitting here talking crazy. Okay, I'll put it that way. And I'm sitting here, why am I dealing with this? And so I'm sitting here every day making money. And then, of course, it turned into making more than what I'm making at this, where I was working at. So then I was like, well, then what am I doing here? These 8, 9, 10 hours and I'm messing around with this. I could just be doing whatever I want because it's passive income, ladies and gentlemen, most of the time. That's what you want. Now, a lot of people may not understand passive income, but I'm going to get into that shortly as well. But you can almost get the freedom, taste the freedom papers. And Nadine N is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. Another Punta Cana, Dominican Republic real estate investor is in the house. Sabana, Sabana, that's the other upscale location. So you guys are doing the damn thing with these upscale locations. And you know what that means? Upscale properties. Villa Martina is another one. Sabana is inside Vistacana. Villa Martina is inside Vistacana. Bellaria is inside Vistacana. These are all upscale. Now, these are townhomes and villas. If they turn into, like I said, if this turns into an upscale location like I think it's going to be, these guys just got a gold mine because I'm going to tell you right now, these were under 200,000, not Bellaria. Bellaria just came out. But Sabana and Villas at Martina, you could buy those under 200,000. And if you have a 4-bedroom that can sleep 8, that's nice. But if you have a 4-bedroom that can sleep 10 because you have a maid's quarter or just an extra room, because it's a maid's quarter usually, but that extra room, you can get up to 10 people in these units. You now have changed the game because, again, you can charge 500, 600, 1,000 a night, anywhere in that range. And so you could be earning $3,500 to $7,000 potentially a week during prime time. That's a lot of money. That's like $10,000 to $20,000. 4 months of the year, that would be awesome, right? So that's $80,000 or that's $40,000 and you still have 8 months to go, and you bought it for under $200,000, that means you're earning 20% on your money every year for the rest of your life. And as the cost of living increases, you get to charge more. So that means you're built in with your passive income. That's why I like being in the real estate business, because even if property values go down, no matter what happens, the rental values still remain the same or go up. So 5 years from now, what you used to be able to rent on vacation rentals, maybe for, I'll use a number, $200 a night. Well, cost of living, expenses go up. Now I'm charging $300 and $350 a night. So now my actual return on investment really is higher than it was before. That's the beauty right here. You get it? And that's why I'm very, very adamant about trying to keep your costs down when you're buying something. There's a cost value like the 285. That's on my high-end scale, but 285 is only on the high-end scale when we're talking about sleeping 6 or less. 300 is fine when you have a return on investment where you can sleep 10 people and you can make anywhere from 10,000 to 10,000 to 20,000 per month for 4 months of the year. And then the other 8 months, let's just say you never even had a rental, you're still good. You're still going to have 20% return on your money. And so now, if you rent the other parts of the year, and let's just say it's a third, well, we'll take another 20,000. So you're going to tell me we can do like $80,000 to $100,000 in a year on a $300,000 purchase? Where do we sign up? And that's why when Mr. Stasio was on talking about the custom luxury villas that you can make for $213,500. You buy the lot for $60,000. You build a 2,750 square foot villa. It sleeps 10 people. Now you put yourself in the $500 to over $1,000 per night category for $213,500, all in, built and the land. That is very powerful. And heaven forbid if you're able to do something like $60,000 or $70,000 on a $213,000, that's damn near 30% on your money. That's like stealing. And that's what potentially can happen here, ladies and gentlemen. This is just like when they first built Cocotel, Cap Cana. All these guys built these nice custom luxury villas, and they got them for $150,000, $200,000, and now they can charge $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, $2,500 per night. Winning. That's what we do here, ladies and gentlemen. Just like Auntie Val said when her Bengals lost, she says, "Well, we lost." I don't know the exact thing. In fact, I should play the video. When she was gracious, she says, "LA Lambs." I like that. That was cool. Okay, because we know what we call LA Lambs, right? And then she says, they lost, the Bengals lost, but SSN Nation. Oh, by the way, she had the hat too. So hold on, let me get the imitation here. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Let me get the hat. All right. SSN Nation. But we win in other ways. That's right. Okay. I just had to do it. And where can you get this gear? This gear, stopstrugglingnow.com. Nobody's coming to save you. They got it on the presses, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming. All right. And some people may be saying, what's he talking about? Nadine M. Good evening, SSN. Good evening, Nadine M. And I say it again, congratulations on that Sabana purchase in the equestrian location. That's right. They have equestrian at Vista Cana too, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll show, let's see, even though I can't cover the screen, but we'll show that nobody's coming to save you gear. This is what it's going to look like. You can pre-order right now at stopstrugglingnow.com. Nobody is coming to save you, ladies and gentlemen. All they're trying to do is just take your money, because if they take your money, you don't have any bullets in your chamber to get some assets. Then you damn sure aren't going to be able to do any tax write-offs and stop them from stealing from you, right? Here's the hoodie. All right, there's some more, but go to stopstrugglingnow.com and check out the SSN merch. That's where you can purchase it. And they got them hot on the presses, ready to roll. They're coming off probably sometime in the next 2 weeks. So you guys, I don't know when I'll be wearing one, but nonetheless, they'll be out in about I'm going to say 2 to 3 weeks because they had to order the gear now and there's supply chain problems. But anyhow, SSN Nation, that's how we do it. And Nadine, congratulations once again. Good evening, SSN. I love it. Thank you so much for being here. Trucker Trey, for anybody who was up at market open yesterday, you could have bought the QQQ for 318 and by day's end been sitting at 339. He's talking about the stock market. He's talking about NASDAQ, QQQ. That's exactly right, Trucker Trey. We were talking about it on Wednesday night when the invasion happened. And then Marrero was like, I'm going to buy. But the plunge protection team came quick. They were like, we know it's going down. We got to come and save that. And Federal Reserve, they said, we're going to have to save this stock market. We can't have this happening already. We're raising the interest rates in less than 3 weeks. We can't have the stock market already toast and then raise the interest rates. That would be a disaster for our 1% and 10%, top 10% of the wealthiest friends. And we don't want other things going up like crypto and gold and silver and all that, because people will take the money out the stock market. And now the stock market is going to continue to drop. We better do something. Plunge protection team in full control said, let's dump some millions, buy up some stocks so this thing does not drop. They did the damn thing. So he's right. That's what happened, Trucker Trey. The market reversal was a beast. Why the world was worried and scared. I was smiling and buying stocks. I love it. Trucker Trey, you should have been with us Wednesday night because that was the subject matter. I was like, I don't know why you guys are panicking. I got a big smile on my face because we know what's coming. This is buy time. It's go time. Time to break out that duffel bag of cash and grab up whatever your favorite stocks are, even though they are down, or favorite crypto for that matter. Grab it up because that was the time. And then the plunge protection team quickly came in and said, hold on a minute. We can't have ordinary citizens down here picking over the carcass. Not yet. We're not ready for this yet. So anyhow, it was a beast. It was beautiful to see it start. But this is just the beginning. It's going down. Curtis Davis, too easy to make money in 2022. TikTok, Amazon, Facebook, YouTube. There you go. You got to start, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. And you don't want to give your money to the government. Stop them from stealing your money. So that means you have to create entities. You got to start a business. So you have tax write-offs. Come on. I'm going to keep harping on it. Then we got passive income, Trucker Trey. Chili Davis, you have a new sub. I'll be watching for those updates daily. Thank you, Trucker Trey. He's got it. Thank you, Robbie D Solutions. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream with the icon next to your name. I appreciate you being here. And he says, what's up, SSN Nation? Hope everyone is doing well. We're doing well. I'm hoping you're doing well. DJ Robbie D. I'm still going to call you that. DJ Robbie D from Philly. Thank you so much for being here. All right, Victor Marrero, the stock market and crypto prices have been like a roller coaster these last 2 days. Exactly. Expect that to keep continuing. I'm just waiting for the next two weeks, 3 weeks. It's going to be, I want to find out what's going to happen with this 0.5. If they do have the guts to do 0.5, we're going to find out what's going to happen here, right? So we got to stop these guys from stealing our money. So again, you guys heard me talk about LLCs. You heard me talk about businesses. Now let's get into the trust situation, right? Hide everything under an EIN. That's a trust account. An EIN is another, a trust is another entity. All right. So let me give you guys something to think about. Let's say you have a vehicle, right? You have a vehicle. It's free and clear. You put it into your trust account. Your trust, a vehicle has a VIN number, right? But in your trust account, you have your own SKU numbers, just like a business does, right? You get inventory that comes in, there's a SKU number, and then when you put it on the shelf, you put in your own SKU number for your computer system or your systems. You put in your own SKU number for all properties that you put into your trust, because that is property into your trust. You're guarded. It's safe. Can't be stolen. Can't be pierced. All right? So think about that too, ladies and gentlemen. Asset protection. Now, think about it. All right. And again, I'm not an expert on it, but one of these days I'm going to have an expert on trust again come here. But again, they're all busy helping people right now because eliminate the government stealing money from them. They are putting things into trust. All right. Wilson Koo, good evening, sir, from Victor Marrero. What's up, Wilson Koo from Andy Ortiz? Nothing but the love. Obsidian Lion, the code keepers in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream with the icon next to the name. Thank you so much for being here. And he enters with what's up, family? What's up with you, family? Nice to see you once again. Thank you so much for your support and being here once again. Andy Ortiz, hit that like button, people. I like you saying that. Thank you so much, Andy Ortiz. Trucker Trey, I was with you Wednesday. Trucker Trey, then I must have missed you on Monday. I know you weren't with me one of the days because I was talking about, no, you weren't with us on Wednesday because I said you were the one responsible for telling us about RYDL. You know what it was? It was the economic crisis video. It wasn't the live stream. That's where I'm confused. It was on the economic crisis video where I was giving out one of your, I think it was RYDL or RYLD. Whatever, either way, that was the stock, and it was over 10%. It was 12% or 13%. I don't know which one it was, dividends. So I was talking about you in that video. So excuse me, you're right. It wasn't the live stream. It was the economic crisis video. So thank you so much for saying that because I was thinking it was Wednesday. Curtis Davis, the plunge protection team and the 1% work together. Exactly. They're all the same. You guys got to understand this. You got to act like a top 10%er. You guys know I've been talking about this for 3 years. You do what they do. They're out here buying stocks, you buy stocks. They're out here buying crypto, you buy crypto. They're out here buying real estate, you buy real estate. So all this other extra peripheral stuff, when they're going out here buying, like, which they don't, they're not, look, think of it this way. Top 10%ers, sure, there's always the top 10%ers after they made millions of dollars. They go down and buy those $100, $200, $300, $500,000 cars. But while they're building up, they're not using that money to buy those cars. While they're building up, they're using that money to buy assets. Because once you have the asset, you're going to use the passive income coming in to go buy that stuff. That's what the deal is. Once you start going, okay, I have 20,000 coming in this year. Then I have 100. Then you have 200. Then you have 500. Then you get to 1 million. Now all of a sudden you're like, okay, it's coming in the door. Okay, I'll go down here and buy a $200,000, $300,000, $100,000, $75,000 vehicle. No biggie, because I'm using profits to pay for it, not the other way around. So stop them from stealing your money as the government is stealing your money, and you're allowing them by not getting a business started and protecting yourself, not getting trust started, even not getting anything started with the EIN number. In fact, you want your businesses to almost own everything. You don't even want to own anything personally. You want some EIN number to own everything and you control it. That's what you really want. All right. That's how you stop paying all these ridiculous taxes. Trucker Trey, Monday could have been. Lots of love. Square block jumped 20% in 2 days. There we go. There we go. Oh, speaking of that, Roblox. That was down so low. It was crazy. It was below their IPO numbers. Crazy. And they have in-game pricing. All right, let's go. Bellaria, where are we? Don't think I forgot about that. And by the way, anybody with the icon, you could join me on the live streams if you want. Just like G-Code did. 410 was the last person that joined me on the live stream. And by the way, it's an hour in. Smash the like button. And now we're going to get into some real estate talk because we have a person here who says, I bought it Bellaria. Solario edition. Let's go check it out. You might not be familiar. You might be new here, right? Speedo Ninja's doing the damn thing over there. He's doing exponentials, which is what I call it. That's just my own terminology. Exponentials is what I mean by you're going to buy one property, but then you realize, wait a minute, what if I had 2 or 3 properties and I'm able to get rent from all 3? and then you combine the actual number together. So I'll give you an example shortly. But this is Bellaria. This picture over here on the right-hand side is not Vistacana. There is no lake or river or ocean or anything like that. This is just what it's inspired by. This is not Vistacana either. It's not on the ocean. It's not by the beach. No, this is just a picture. And here's the amenities in case you're new and don't know what Vistacana is in the Dominican Republic. But by now, a lot of people do. So you have your only nighttime golf course in the Caribbean. It's a 9-hole golf course. You have a cycling trail and a running trail that's 12 kilometers. It goes around Vistacana. You have a fishing lake, a freshwater fishing lake, and a fishing club that's on one of the islands within the lake. You have artificial beach, all right? And you can do water sports in the saltwater beach area, which is cool. They have a bar by the beach area already. There's supposedly going to be an education or a school outside the gates. That'll be very interesting. But nonetheless, here's the villas, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to it. Here's Apollonia. And Apollonia looks like this. Let me see. It does. Oh, there we go. It's over 2,000. It's 2,000 square feet, 3-bedroom, 3-bath. There we are, $272,000. All right. So let me scroll back so you can see the back side of the building, looking very nice. I don't think they include the pools. That's going to be extra. Here's Apollonia. You can see the floor plan for 272, 3 bedrooms, 3 baths. The question is, do I see downstairs? Yes, there is a room, a bedroom with a toilet, and that might be a door there. I'm not sure. But there's a door there and a door there. So this right here looks like is it a 4-bedroom? They have 3 bedrooms upstairs. Yes, 4 bedrooms. So now you can sleep 9. Wait, 3, that's 6, 8. You can sleep 9. That's a magic number. And if you can turn it into a bunk bed, then you can sleep 10. That's a magic number. And it's 2,000 square feet. And they are all master suites, as I call it. What I call a master suite is basically because it has a ensuite bathroom attached with every room. You got to love that, ladies and gentlemen. But anyhow, I know you're sitting there saying, hey, Eric, come on, get to the Solario that Speedo has. Okay, hold on here. Let's get to it. Let's see the next one up. Is gory, and it's just a little bit different, I think. I don't even know the differences other than this like 9 square feet or 9 square meters, but it costs more, which is very interesting. This costs more, but the layout is similar, but you can park 3 cars in the area, which is pretty good. I like that part, but this almost looks the same. It's just reversed a little bit. So once again, 276. And then Bagnati. Oh man, don't tell me you got my favorite one, Speedo. I have a favorite out of all these designs. That's also 199, which means it's about 2,100 square feet, 280,000. And look, upstairs they changed it a little bit, just slightly. Downstairs is still the same. 3-car garage. And oh, by the way, on this left-hand side, you can enclose this to make this 5 bedrooms and bona fidely sleep 11 or 12 people. Now you've gone to a whole nother stratosphere. All right, and that's 280,000. Okay. Peroni starting to look nice. I like any different design, that's all. The backside appears to be the same. Let's see what we have here. 195. We're a little over 2,000 square feet. 281. Similarly, a little bit different upstairs. A little bit different. Downstairs, still the same. And Solario, This is the one, my favorite one, by the way. I love this design. I think it has more potential than what this design shows because the way the roof lines are, I thought that was just two balcony areas waiting to happen. I thought upstairs on the roof waiting to happen. I'm like, man, make this for me. And we're about to talk about something here that Speedo might not like, but I got to talk about it because once you see this here, look, a balcony on the backside as well could be here. I mean, this whole thing should be a wraparound since they put this here, right? And they already have this room area that they should have had in others. But that's why I love this design because it has potential. And look, it's not even the biggest, but it's the most expensive, I believe. 284,333, and it's roughly around 2,100 square feet as well. That's beautiful. And upstairs is a little bit different, but like I said, they have all that roof that you should be utilizing as a balcony area or something. Drives me crazy. Here goes some interior pictures. And those lights, those LED lights, we have some of those here. And actually, they give off more light than I was going to give them credit for. Unbelievable. Those things give off beautiful lighting. Those LED circles, those it's beautiful. But look at this open. There's nothing bad that can be said about these designs. This is all, the downstairs is the same in all of them pretty much. And it's luxurious. If they actually build their closets like this is beautiful. All of this is upscale. This has money written all over it. You're going to be able to charge more than other people because you got to remember with real estate, you got to make it look worth $1 million. You get higher rental prices. So they do a hell of a job here. If this actually ends up looking anywhere near this, this is pretty good. Pretty hot, upscale. And there you are, ladies and gentlemen, 5,000 to reserve, 10,000 to complete. 10% to complete. So let's just call it anywhere from 27,000 after the 5. So 22,000 to about 24,000, something like that is your 10% down after the 5%, then 30% during construction. So 30% of, let's call it 300 grand is 90, but we'll go below, we'll say 80. So 80,000, and I don't know how long it's going to take. Maybe, I don't know, 24 to 36 months. So it could be anywhere from like $3,000 a month during construction to 4 or 5, depending. 60% once they finish it upon delivery. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. He bought the coolest one out of all of them, Speedo Ninja. Congratulations. Congratulations. Uh-oh, we got some new information. There's some new information I see down here for Vistacana that we don't know about, but we're going to find out. The market reversal is a beast. You have a new sub. The stock market's on a roller coaster. Obsidian Lion, plunge protection. All right, here we go. And look who else is going to be joining us tonight at Victor Wilson Koo. Let's get this long money, exactly. And look who's joined us tonight. Once again, Gino Scimienti. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. I know you enjoyed that stock market dip temporarily. How is everyone tonight? Everyone's doing fine. And I'm hoping you have been doing great as well. Thank you so much. Nice to see you again, Gino Scimienti. Nadine M bringing us some info. Apparently, there is a 1K one-time membership fee for the Fishing Lake Club to get free access to the gears, kayak, and same for the golf. One-time fee to use it anytime. Let's see. Well, now, that is almost no surprise. But if it's along that line, I love it. Because in my head, I was trying to figure out, this cannot be included in my HOAs. I was like, how much are they going to charge me if I want to go to the fishing club? How much are they going to charge me to go golfing? It's not going to be free. All right. Maintenance is required for a golf course. So I always wondered. So if they say something this low, $1,000 for lifetime or $500 for lifetime, I can live with that. Now, once again, when you start doing these memberships, keep in mind, if you have properties there, this is going to differentiate between what somebody can charge versus somebody who does not have that membership. So now when you're advertising and you say, hey, I have the fishing club, where if you're saying they're going to include the gears, the kayak and all that by the fishing club, that's sweet. So now as a guest, you can go stay there. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Gino Shimiente says, risk management in the stock market, especially now today. You got that right. Nowadays is right. You got that right. But let me get back to this, because and same for the golf, one-time fee to use it anytime. Let's see. That would be sweet, especially if it's only that number. As long as it's not like some Florida numbers where they're talking $60,000 and then pay $1,000 a month. It's something crazy like that. Risk management in the stock market, especially nowadays. Exactly, Gino Shimiente, which is your specialty for sure. Risk management, take the profits and run when you can, ladies and gentlemen. And we're not talking about 5%, but Gino Shimiente, 20 to 30% stock moves up. He takes profit and runs. He doesn't mind. Just giving you guys an idea. Wilson Koo says, evening, Chili D, Gino C. All right. Gino Shimiente, get this money. That's what he does for a living ever since 1970 something. Andy Ortiz, congratulations to Speedo Ninja. That is amazing. That's right. He's already locked himself into the upscale property. All right. Well, since it's Friday night, 1 hour, 22 minutes in, please smash the like button. And if you like what we're talking about so far, please subscribe to the channel, because the government keeps stealing from you. You don't have to let them. All right. Oh, by the way, why it's Friday night. I got to play some not promos, but I call them promos. SSN Lifestyle. Here we go. Let's go with this one so you can get a drink for about a minute. That's what I got to do. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, check this out, and then we'll be right back.
Come on, come on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, SSN Lifestyle, Stop Struggling Now Lifestyle. Oh, by the way, we do have a membership. We do have something going on there too. Down below in the description, you can go check it out. This is a business opportunity and passive income opportunity. There's more than just signing up for a business and being a referral person for free, or getting commission and passive income, because you're going to be able to make investments into business opportunities and passively earn some money along with making money other ways. SSN Lifestyle down below. All right. Now, in fact, story time, because I don't even know I mentioned. You guys saw at the beginning of that was Basel World. And you guys, I don't have any watches on right now, but initially, I guess I might as well tell you, I was at Basel World thinking that I was going to going to Switzerland, simply because I was like, you know what? I might as well have some watches made in Switzerland, not for SSN Lifestyle, but I was going to call it EV Swiss Watch Company. And I get over there, and it's funny how things work out. I was going to go over, at Basel World, I was going to go talk to people there, because they're watch manufacturers, and see if I can find one that would make watches for me. Well, all these guys, as you can see, these are the guys that, they're watchmakers, but generally they make their own brand. And if they're going to make something for me, these guys are just stupid, right? 20 G's, 30 G's, whatever. So I'm like, that's not the target audience I'm trying to get, okay? So I go to Basel World and I'm over there hanging out, and there's no deals to be had at that convention, at that marketplace. You can't buy watches there. It's basically all these guys, these manufacturers, they have mall type stores in a convention center. So I'm getting I took a shuttle from Zurich, and I can't remember where Basel. That's where Basel World is. I took a shuttle from Zurich to Basel. So it's a shuttle van, and when I'm coming back, I find this magazine that says something like Switzerland or whatever. I'm reading through it. Unbelievably, on the 30th page, a Swiss watch manufacturing company is advertising, saying you can use their factory to make your Swiss watch. I was like, oh my goodness. So now I go see them, talk to them, come to find out, I'm not even gonna, there's other Swiss brands that people know. This company's making their watches for them, charging people thousands of dollars. It's insanity. So the reason why you don't know that is because you can brand it your own way. You can make it your own way. So you will never know that it was made at the same factory. And what's even worse, some of the movements that are in these 30, 40, $50,000 watches, they're also in other watches that cost $1,000, $2,000 as well. But you don't know that because they branded their company so well. The advertising is so good that you don't realize that the movements cost differently. So there's something to the watch industry that a lot of people do not realize. So when a person's going out here, and everybody knows Rolex, they generally hold their value. But with Rolex, you generally have to service it. You have to keep the records. There's things you have to do. That's not even the top brand, so to speak, as far as cost wise, because you can go with Hublot and all of a sudden you're spending $150,000 for one of their masterpieces. It's crazy. So anyhow, that's why I was at Basel World having fun in Switzerland. And then I never did launch my watch empire, so to speak, even though these guys, I have drawings. In fact, I should break them out sometime and let me know what you guys think about these watches that I was going to make. So they were going to be Swiss made, which used to be a bigger deal, a much, much bigger deal. And in some parts of watchmaking, it's still a big deal, but they reduced how many parts are coming from Switzerland, how it's made in Switzerland. So now you can have things made or assembled in Switzerland. It's all kind of mushy around with what we're calling Swiss watches these days. And the movements got restricted. Now most of the high-end brands, they make their own movements because they were getting movements from other companies, and the other companies started not playing ball. So then they were like, okay, we're just going to make our own. So there's all these things going on in the watch business. But then I was like, I can't compete, because once I realized, even if I had these guys making watches, they weren't making them. I wanted my watch case sizes to be larger. I don't like these little, okay, there's nothing wrong with women's watches, right? But I swear, when you're like over 6 feet and you're carrying around some little dainty 38 millimeter, I'm like, I don't like that. I wanted something a little bit heavier. I wanted the Arnold Schwarzenegger type watch, right? In fact, you guys may not know, Arnold Schwarzenegger actually made watches. I don't know if he still does, but he made watches, and their case sizes were more like 47, 50 millimeters. So a guy who's over 6 feet, now it fits normal to me. I don't want a woman's watch on my wrist. 38 millimeters is small. So that was one of my problems with the Swiss manufacturers. They were all looking at me like, what are you talking about? We're not making no 50 millimeter. We're not making no 47 millimeter. We'll make a 45 max, 44 max. I was like, okay, I can live with that. That'll be the first set we do. 45, 44, I can live with that. But this 38, that's not happening. And they were like, and then they limit you when you started going to the higher case sizes. So anyhow, that's the watch story with Basel World. And it never came to fruition, but that's what I was doing while I was there. Hey, tax write-off, ladies and gentlemen. Government's not stealing my money. I flew all the way over to Europe, and I'm sitting over there having fun. But I got watch business to handle, right? Because we're starting a company. We're looking for this, right? All of this can be written off because I'm actually writing it down. This is what I'm doing. We're starting a business. Even though I didn't start the business, I'm still doing a write-off because I'm still doing other things while I'm there as well for some other business entities that I have. So I'm sitting there getting the write-off stuff anyhow. It doesn't matter. So that's what you have to be as a business entity so the government can't keep stealing your money. It's that simple. All right, let's go. Let's see. We got the congratulations. Let's see. Nadine N says, I need to get in, learning about the market. Thank you all for sharing. Nadine N, you got to get in. Think about it. We all have our different points of views when it comes to the stock market. And oh, by the way, get your free shares of stock from Robinhood and Webull if you're not familiar with this. Down below in the description. Go get that. What else did I miss out on today? Good grief. I forgot about other things. That free Amazon FBA course, in case you want to get in and join Andy Ortiz, you can learn about that down below in the description. All right. Free stocks from Robinhood and Webull. I just mentioned it. We were talking about credit. Well, if you mess up your credit or have messed up your credit, down below, there's also where we have Credit Strong, Self-Lender to help restart, rebuild your credit. We also have Black Steel, which may or may not come out. I haven't been able to catch up with the CEO, so I don't know where that is. But you can already get pre-signed up with Black Steel FinTech credit card. They're not out yet, but check it out. And also, please sign up for the newsletter down below in the description. The reason why, because how many people tonight got notification from YouTube and who saw the trailer? Let me know. Okay. So there you have it. But Nadine M, to your point, this is what I was trying to say. I make it easy. This is the easiest way I can tell somebody about the stock market. Think about the future. All right. So what's going to happen in the future? Do you think there's going to be electric vehicles? Do you think there's going to be suppliers who have to make parts for the electric vehicles? You know the electric vehicles are going to need batteries. So now you have other companies that are going to be making batteries. Then you're going to have to say who's the nickel companies, who's the lithium companies, because batteries are mostly made with those components. So now you got to find those. So there's plenty of stocks that you can pick out. Then you start going, okay, what's going on with streaming like Netflix and things like that? And then companies come out like Roblox, which is a kid's game. It's very, very popular. You can buy in game like swords or armaments and artillery and jackets, coats, whatever. And that's in game. So that's another stock, RBLX, for instance. Then there's Metaverse coming out. So now you can pick some Metaverse stocks. Like I think I had some things like Fun, of all things. SLGG is another one. Fun is PHUN as in Nancy. SLGG, they're all like $2, $3 right now. Crypto's the same way. Mana, MANA, which is Decentraland. You can get that. So there's all these different things. You know what's coming in the future. Artificial intelligence, right? You're going to need some chips. So now we might have to consider NVIDIA, AMD, Intel, even Apple. All right. So Facebook is Meta. So these are the companies. These are the things that's coming. Robo taxis, right? That's coming. They're already here, actually, used in limited cities. So all of that comes into play. And those are the reasons why I say there's stocks you can pick certain sectors because you know what's coming. 5G network, right? That's coming. So pick 5G. They have to use satellites. Somebody has to make the 5G short hubs so they can shoot the signal short distances. So somebody's got to make these things. So you start looking at these suppliers, and then it's a long-term investment. The long money that Mr. Financial mentioned earlier. All right. Victor Marrero, Eric, FYI, I also had a 1K one-time club fee for the Margaritaville property. This entitles me access to all amenities permanently. It was part of the closing cost, probably the same there. Victor Marrero, thank you so much for mentioning that because I've never had this opportunity. Normally what would happen is they tell us, Your HOAs are going to be $130 a month. And then after about 6 months to a year, they're like, oh yeah, these amenities, well, you guys are going to have to pay another 50, 60 per month. So there's never been any opportunity that I've ever bought something where they said, here, put in $1,000 and you have the amenities for a lifetime. That is major, ladies and gentlemen. But let me know, Marrero, does that mean your guests that stay in your unit also have those same amenities? And what if a person did not pay the one-time club fee? Does that also mean that I've never stayed in Margaritaville? So when somebody tries to use the pools or I don't know what they have there, but the amenities there, do they have to like show a badge or sign through or something like that? So let me know, because I have a feeling. Or do they wear a wristband? How do they do it? Out of curiosity. But yes, and let me know if they let your visitors. That's the most important part right there. Because if they allow visitors to do that, anybody who invests in Vistacana, then you should pay that one-time fee right now, because it's going to cost you a lot more over the long term. Because even if they just charge $20 a person, most people are going to have 4, 5, 6 people with them. And then now you're going to be sitting there going, okay, I want to charge you $1,000 per night. But now you're going to tell them, oh, if you want to use the fishing club where they got the kayaks, let's say, and some other gear over there, now all of a sudden you're going to have to pay $20 per person. Most people are going to say, wait a minute, I'm paying $1,000 a night, plus I'm going to have to pay just to use the amenities. Meanwhile, you see a Marrero property, let's say he was at Vistacana, and he's advertising the same $1,000 a night, but it includes, you can get kayaking equipment. You can get fishing equipment at the fishing club. It's included with your stay. Then it's the other things as well. The Vistacana Beach Club, you get to use that during your stay. The nighttime golf, if you want to go golfing, you get to use that during your stay for the same price or even more, because there's going to be a value attached. Because if 4 or 6 people have to go, you start going, well, wait a minute. That's saving you $120, $150 for each time you want to do something. That starts adding up. So that becomes a valuable way that you can market your property. So I'm glad to hear that. That's pretty cool. Gino Scimiente has a portfolio management. I tell my clients to do a risk management. That's right, Gino Scimiente. Always got to do that. I like how he says this, and I'm very happy that he's here, because he does handle stocks, ladies and gentlemen. And what he gives as advice is awesome. And oh, by the way, I'm still going with Chipotle. It dipped to 1,400. Unbelievable. Chipotle, I love what they do and I like what they're doing, but now I'm in the ATL. And I went to this Chipotle in the ATL over here in Decatur. It saddened me what happened. They started giving half portions. So I've been to Chipotle all over the world. Seemingly all over the world anyhow. And this is the first time where somebody took a scoop and they did like half of the scoop. And then when you put it in the plate, it was like barely anything in there. And I was like, what's going on? That's not the proper proportions. So sadly, they made a different Chipotle here in Decatur than the other ones. It's designed differently, quite frankly. And I was like, what's going on? It's not designed the same or nothing. They just made it in the last 6 months or so. But still, it saddens me that I hope they're not cheaping out. I don't know what they're doing, what their marketing is, but it definitely was a downer. All right, Chili Davis, man, I like a good watch. They have a watch with a globe on it. Oh, he's talking about Hublot? Yeah, exactly. In fact, let me go pull this up. Why not? Yeah, it's pretty special. Let me see if I can find it. Big Bang. Where's the Big Bang at? Where's the Hublot Big Bang watch? Come on now. Let's see. Where is it? Anybody? I don't see it. I thought it was by Hublot. I thought it was. I guess it's not. I thought it was. But their Big Bang isn't that's not what I'm looking for. So I guess it wasn't Hublot. I don't remember. So anyhow, you guys, I'm not even though I was going to be in the watch. Yeah, I thought they did. Yeah, I don't. Oh, in fact, hold on. I don't know who it is then. Yeah, I'm looking for the one that has the globe inside. Is this it? No, I can't find it. I can't find it. I thought it was Hublot, but there's several makers actually. Oh, and I won't even get into Tourbillon. All right, but anyhow, not gonna get into watches right now. That'll have to be for another day. Yeah, nothing like a good watch or a watch. 7 streams of dreams of income. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. And with the icon next to the name, excellent content. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Government keeps stealing our money. And it's always money, money, money. And you guys don't understand. You keep living paycheck to paycheck. Just like I said, we make more money than our parents. We make a hell of a lot more money than our grandparents. But yet, somehow, we're still getting left behind. That's because your money is being stolen. Sales taxes, government taxes, federal, state, city, gas, cable. It's bad, ladies and gentlemen. Bad. So how do you offset that? You buy assets, start your businesses, and then you gain those tax write-offs, depreciations from real estate. Just remember, when we have our vacation homes over there, remember that $1,000 that you're going to put down? That's going to be a tax write-off, right? Because you want your guests to be able to use the kayaks, the boats, or whatever they're going to have on the island. And what I mean on the island is in their freshwater lake, there's a little island that they're calling a fishing club. And I'm pretty sure that's where they're going to keep things like little boats, little paddle boats, little kayaks, little wind surfboards, things of that nature. That's probably going to be it. Curtis Davis says, here we go. The Astronomio Solar Planets Hand Wine Watch list price $190,000. Exactly. Crazy, right? Nadine in the stock market, a special savings account, pricing the right stock and watch it grow 20% over 3 years. There you go. And Gino Scimiente, the reason part of the market been going down, a lot of people don't talk about it, is a lot of people getting called on margin. That's correct. They have come up the money. If they don't, they will sell your stock. Very well said, Gino Scimiente, because that again, ladies and gentlemen, remember what I was telling you before about borrowing from your crypto, borrowing your margin for stock. You got to be very, very careful on that. And with crypto, I always said 10 to 15% max is all you should borrow. And sure enough, what happened? Down 80%, 90%. People are getting liquidated, which helps make the markets go down even more. And that's what he's alluding to. People have stocks, they drop 10, 15, 20%. All of a sudden, they're calling up saying, hey, you got to put some more money in this account. And people are going, I don't have it. Then they're just selling their stocks at the low price. They're not kind enough to hold off and be like, well, maybe it'll rise in a month or two. They just sell it, which now makes the market go down even further. And that's what Gino Scimiente is referring to. Very nice. Very well said. Exactly. Nadine M, as a new start in the stock market, I recommend you start with the top 500 company ETF or index fund. I like that, Victor Morel. Just make sure it has a low expense ratio and high dividend. I like that. Very well said, Victor Marrero. ETFs, safe, index funds. Yeah, why not? Stay safe. Anybody want to go for some? You know, we always talk about Vanguard. You know, I like the VOO, the VGT, the VCR, the VTSAX. Vanguard. Kathy Woods, my girl. But, you know, Kathy Woods had a hard time. You know, it's, you know, when you're a superstar and you're getting 30, 40, 50% for 2-3 years in a row and stocks are going up, it's kind of easy. But sooner or later, you're going to have a down year. And she's having a down year, but it's going to happen. No way to keep going up, up, and up, and up. There's got to be a down. You're going to have to redo your portfolio sooner or later. You just can't stay pat. So there you go. Thank you, Victor, from Nadine N. All right. So those are index ETFs, index funds. Oh, yeah. We have Trucker Trey in the house. So he can give me those ones. EYLD, RYLD. In fact, why don't I go look and see? Let me go see if that's what they were. I don't remember quite yet. EYLD. Yeah, EYLD is one. RYLD. These are ETFs. Nope, not EYLD. Well, wait a minute. Yes, it is. I know it is. But that's Cambria. So it's not EY. So I'm going to have to let Trucker Trey chime in. I know RYLD is one of them. The covered call ETF, 12% yield. That's delivering big value to dividend investors one day ago. So it's 12% dividend money. There we go. I like that. So Trucker Trey giving us that as a Margaritaville owner. Oh, I went back. Get charged. The 1K is a requirement at closing. Otherwise, you won't close. Oh, this isn't for the guests. They get charged a daily resort usage fee, which is part of the nightly rate. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We're in the, even all resorts now have a resort fee. Most cities where they're in tourists, they have resort fees now. In Vegas, it's like $45. It's crazy. $45, and you don't even get anything. That's what's crazy about it. So you can use the pool that you always could have used. Also, the 1K club fee entitles access to an additional 10 family members. Okay. I'm not liking it that the guests still have to pay, but that's going to be interesting. Because I'm trying to think, if you're not in the management of Margaritaville and you were renting it out yourself, that means, I don't know what that would mean, because I'm trying to think I would still charge, but then I would have the people let them know that they're going to have to pay for the amenities. There's nothing you can do about it. So I'm saddened. I hope that doesn't happen. You stick with CMG. That is working now. I own CMG still. Yes, that's right, Gino Shimiente. I am bullish on CMG. They are just now getting started. They're not even, their footprint is so small that they literally can be in any country. I love it. I love what they're doing. I think that's a long-term, years play. Chili Davis at Gino, right? The market shaved off 20 to 30% in the last 2 months. People don't know how to correctly use margin or borrow against portfolio without trigger a margin call or capital call. T in investors world. Exactly. Nadine N. Interesting. That's right. I keep telling you, never know who's in the house here in the SSN Nation. Like I say, you can get a little education. You never know what's going to happen when you bring up topic. Buffett calls it when the tide goes out. That's right. You know who proper plan their investments and still ability to invest in down markets. Exactly. 2009, 2019, we had a crash. 2020 crash. 2021 seems to be only a year without crash. I don't remember if we had any crash. That's interesting. Oh, Victor Marrero went for it. Here you go. His favorites. That's why you always have to bring a pen, pad, and paper here, ladies and gentlemen. For ETF, VOO, VOO, VYM, VTI, VGT, SCH, B for index fund. Oh, he likes FXAIX. Okay. I can't be mad at you. 1 hour, 50 minutes in. Please smash the like button. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel. Click the all notification bell. And one last thing, please share the videos, because you never know who you may be helping. We're trying to help everybody out of this mess, because there's only a few of us that's going to be able to survive. Some of us have already made some plans. A lot of you may not have made plans, but there is no time to waste. And you don't want the government stealing your money. So set yourself up properly so they can't steal it, because they're coming after it. Whether it's the banks, everybody's going to be coming after money. So you want to make sure you're going to try to protect yourself by being able to have passive income or income streams coming in. All right. CMG, that's Chipotle. Nadine N, that's Chipotle. CMG is Chipotle. And Robinhood and Webull, the links are down below. In case you get skittish and you say, hey, I don't have $10,000 or $15,000 to put into the market, and you see CMG at 1,500. Well, Gino Chimiente may not like doing fractionals, but I don't see anything wrong myself with fractionals. So you can spend 500 and still get some of CMG. Same thing goes on. Tesla is now under 1,000 again. So you can all buy fractional shares with Robinhood and Webull and other companies. So you don't have to spend. If you think it's out of like a Google 2,500 or something, and you're like, I'm not spending 20, but you can always get partials. All right. So just keep that in mind. Victor Marrero. Yes. Exactly. CMG, Chipotle. Yep. That's it. Nadine M, CNG is Chipotle Mexican Grill. Also, I recommend you use Fidelity as your brokerage account, as it will allow you to trade fractional shares. Victor Marrero, thank you so much for mentioning that. And because of Victor Marrero, I have Fidelity now from a year ago or so. So, yeah, I forgot all about they do fractionals. That was one of the points that I liked about them. Plus, they allow you to do some other things as well. So, love it. Thank you for bringing that up, Victor Marrero. See, Nadine, you never know what's going to happen when you ask. You have plenty of help. The funniest thing before you get money, lottery, a strategy or well-versed accountant required. All secrets wealthy don't share, only told on SSN Academy. Exactly. SSN Academy, SSN University. It's all free here, ladies and gentlemen. The No Guru Zone. We don't have courses to sell. We do have memberships to sell. But that's a YouTube thing. All right. We do have other things to sell, super chats and super stickers and things like that. But again, that's a YouTube thing. Those are donations. Nothing to sell. We don't have courses. We could have courses if we really wanted to get into it on the cryptos, on the stock market and all kind of stuff. But we don't do that. We just prefer you ask the question. We have knowledgeable people here who will help answer, and you'll get a ton of information. Just like when Nadine N just asked a question, and she's getting help from everywhere. You got to love it, ladies and gentlemen. I love the SSN Nation community, and I thank you guys so much for your support and being here to help other people, because generally this doesn't happen on any other channels that I know of, other than the person whose channel is, they'll talk like I talk, but allowing so many other people to just say, hey, check this out, check that out, and we go check it out sometimes. I don't ever see that. All right. So I love it. So thank you so much, everybody who gives the support here and helps out everybody. It's beautiful. The membership is $6 a month. Can't beat it. Thank you so much, Nadine, with this. All right. Victor Marrero, I think they call it slices, fractions. Yes, slices. Exactly. The funny thing, before you get the lottery, exactly. I redid that again. All right, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any more questions, it's 1 hour, 53 minutes in. We're almost 2 hours in, and we keep rolling. You just never know when we're going to stop. That's right. It could keep going and going and going, because you never know what we're going to talk about. Now, I wanted to bring up something, because we did get into the stock market because the government keeps stealing from you, but we get into real estate where we can shield a lot of money, a ton of it, from being stolen from us in the form of taxes, because that's the way real estate works. Now, let's see what else. We've got free SSN Discord, no charges, no Patreon. Thank you, Eric. Thank you so much for mentioning that, Chili Davis. I forgot, down below in the description is also the Discord. We're starting the Discord now. And again, no charges for none of it. So again, you can have questions and answers on all these different platforms, whether it's on our Facebook page, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on Twitter. It doesn't matter. You can always ask questions, whether it's on live streams. Help yourself. Get some knowledge. Speed up the process a little bit. And then do your own due diligence and check it out. And then you'll get more familiar. Next thing you know, you'll be like, oh, my God, What was I doing all this time? Wealth preservation versus government steal. Exactly, Mr. Financial Chili Davis. That's exactly right. Don't let the government steal your funds. And keep in mind one other thing. You guys got to understand what's happening here. Once again, this is the Roaring 20s. And what you may not know if you don't study history is in the 1930s, there was bank closures, not just for 24 hours, but for days, week. You could get no money. What are you going to do if that happens? The same thing is happening right here under your noses, which was similar to the Wednesday talk. It's happening. But the government or the news outlets are focused on other things like Ukraine, other things like the first black woman being nominated to be a Supreme Court justice, for instance. All right. But they're not telling you some more banks closed and some banks stole people's money. They're not going to mention that. So you got to keep in mind, you could be the next victim. The FDIC insurance is not going to cover if you have 20, 30 grand in there. Highly unlikely you're going to get your 20, 30 grand back. You'll get pennies on the dollar because of how many depositors are at the bank. All right. Nobody's going to jail either. So just keep it in mind. You want to keep some cash on you. It doesn't earn you any interest anyhow. So just think about that. Eric makes vocabulary easy. No fancy words. Thank you so much, Chili Davis. That's what we're trying to do so everybody can understand. That's the other thing. Remember, well, maybe people haven't been here long enough when I talked about this before. Remember, they change words so that it seems like they're smarter than what you are, right? So when I use a word like derivative, everybody's like, okay, what's he talking about? So then when I say, hey, a gym has memberships and let's say it's $20 per month, and then they have 1,000 people sign up, and you have $20,000 per month coming in, and then you go see somebody and say, hey, this makes $240,000 a year. How much will you give me up front? And you sign it over to them, and they say, well, we'll give you 75 grand right now. You don't have to wait on your money. So you're going, okay, I'll take the 75 now. And that's it. Now they hold the paper, which is the derivative. And now you're sending the money to them. A lot of you may have had mortgages before where all of a sudden you got something in the mail that said, now you're going to be sending your mortgage payment to another entity. That means that company sold the paper to that entity. Instead of waiting on their payments, on their money, that's the derivative. They're saying, we have $10 million worth of mortgages. How much are you going to give me for it? They'll say 2.5 million. They say, okay, we'll take that. We got 2.5 million. We don't have to worry about collecting any defaults, nothing. And now you go on about your business. Those are derivatives. All right. Keep that in mind. So again, I just use that as an example. And hold on a second, ladies and gentlemen. I use that as an example. And hold on. I'm going to do this short video because I'm going to have to get in touch with somebody here real quick. So I'm going to do a new video. Let's see, number 12. I did that one. So let's do this one. All right. We'll be right back.
Come on, come on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, SSN Lifestyle. All right. So I have somebody checking in today. They say they wanted to do some, they need something, so I might have to attend to this. I don't know what actually is going on, but we'll find out in a little bit. Probably the way they were, I don't know. Can't figure it out yet. But nonetheless, all right. Yes, the raw truth. There we go. Who's moved your cheese? No quantitative easing versus print money, contract derivatives. Exactly. All of that. All of that. Exactly right. Eric, did you know that Celsius will allow a U.S. investor, you can now earn more interest by holding your tokens and sell? This benefit was for non-U.S. investors only. Victor Marrero, I was just going to read up on it this weekend, but because they had to do some changes, I didn't know that you could earn and sell now. That's a great news, but there's something going on with the SEC and both Nexo and Celsius. So I don't know what's going on. So I was going to catch up on it this weekend, but that's great news. I did not know they allow sell now. So that'll be very, very interesting. So we'll see how that goes, because there's some other things that came out where they were saying that they weren't going to allow you to add any more money into anymore. Like if you already have Ethereum, they weren't going to allow you to top it up, as they call it, add more money in to earn interest on a daily basis. At least that's what I saw for Nexo with the SEC. I think there's some things going on. Like I said, they got to stop this. Well, not stop it, but the government is sitting there saying, wait a minute, these guys are giving out 0% loans, no repayment plan. They're not in our system. That means you could have millions of people being able to do this, untrackable, untraceable, and all that. And now loans are going out, which means you're just like 1%ers. 0% interest, being able to go borrow and buy and buy assets, if you know what you should be doing. And that is what is happening. So we'll see what's going on. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. I'm probably going to have to see what's going on here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. All right. So this right here, I got to make sure they're in Hawaii right now. So what time is it? 8:15. 6. So it's around 6, 7, 5:15 or 6:15, depending on the island. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I might have to cut this short for a change. 2 hours, 3 minutes in. Please smash the like button. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel. Click the all notification bell. All right. I lost track because I went way up. Here we go. All right, Eric. No, again Celsius. In fact, I keep trying to take this off, but I haven't removed it yet. Let's go do something here. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if anybody has any questions, please ask them now. All right, because I was going to bring up something else. And here is the something else. Once again, we're talking about properties. This is in Mexico. All right. I just want to give you guys an idea. I just want to show this page simply because this is in Mexico, and this could be anywhere where there's water, where there's not water, but you can see here just the layouts, and it's happening all over the world. This time, Playa del Carmen area, and they have properties by location, as you can see: Cancun, Playa del Carmen, Tulum, all over. Build, learn. I'm not promoting or talking about this website. I just got an email from these guys talking about there's pre-construction, but this is the page right here. This is the page I wanted to show you. 8% to 14% annual ROI. And so they're saying Riviera Maya is the best market in Mexico. Now, again, depending on what happens in the DR, in case you're new, don't understand, the DR has the most tourists. They have more tourists than in Playa del Carmen area on that peninsula. All right, a lot more. So when somebody's talking about 8% to 14% for properties that cost almost double the price of the Dominican Republic market, this is why I've been very bullish on the DR, because if they get up to the standard of Riviera Maya or Playa del Carmen areas, where some of these properties are just simply condos and villas, and they're able to charge what they're charging now, this means that you would be in the 16 to 30% annual ROI if the DR duplicates the prices that you can charge from the Riviera Maya area. So I just want you guys to understand that. That's very, very powerful. All right, let's see what we got here. Yes, sell or stable coin cuts into federal money or fiat savings rate. Exactly. That's exactly right. 90% of my Celsius tokens are in USDC coins. I am not mad about the 8.5% annual interest. Exactly. And is it really 8.5? Because there's a thing, you know, when they compound it every day, Friday to Friday, and then they dump it on Monday. So it actually, I don't know if that's including the compounding or not. So might be able to get a little more than that, but that's still sweet though. Who's going to be mad about that? Stable coins, people money versus fiat money, 1% return, while sell coin pay 3% or more back. Exactly. Biden warns Russia of threat of digital cyber attacks against U.S. banks, companies, etc. Take some capital out of banks, people. You never know. Exactly, A3 Saval. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So, all right. So all's going good so far. I haven't heard back from them. A3 Saval. Yes. You know, the cyber attacks happen all the time. And here we go with the Russians are in the house. Speaking of cyber attacks. Thank you. Eric, today I learned Dominican Republic gets around 13K monthly visitors from Ukraine. I didn't know it was that many. Let's hope this conflict gets resolved soon. Yeah, as long as they get 13K, that's 140,000 coming to the DR. Out of that, if it's true to form, about 50 to 60,000 come through the Punta Cana area or come to Punta Cana area. That's a substantial amount of people, but it's not like millions. If it was millions, we'd have problems because they won't be coming. That's for sure. That is for sure. So I'm just checking my message just to make sure we're all good. I haven't heard anything back, so I think we're all good. So we'll see if anything arises out of this, but I think we're good. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to show you the Riviera Maya, what they're saying, 8% to 14% ROI in their area of the world. And remember, as an American citizen or any other citizen other than Mexican, you can't own when you're like 25 miles towards the beach or 25 miles from the beach. It has to be a Mexican like trust company. So just keep that in mind. Whereas in the DR, you have a deed, ladies and gentlemen, just like in America. All right. Here we go. Here we got it. Here's a rumor. NVIDIA hit with cyber attack. Get your cybersecurity stocks like CrowdStrike. Thank you so much, Chili Davis. That helps out with everybody as well. CrowdStrike is a very good option. Andy Ortiz, Eric, I'm about to set up LLC for my Amazon brand. Do you recommend going straight for a C Corp? Actually, Andy Ortiz, I can't recommend anything. I mean, I can recommend, but all I'm trying to say is a C Corp is going to be very expensive. LLC is going to be a run through like a pass-through corp. Then you're going to have to do an S Corp. If you have revenue coming in, I'll put it this way. You have revenues that's going to be coming in that's going to be thousands per month, then you could be a C Corp and then you'll just be an employee of the corp. So that works. But you're going to, depending on what state you're in, though, C Corps are taxed. If you're in Florida, you have a C Corp, you're taxed. In Florida, if you have an LLC or an S Corp, there is no corporate state tax for that. So just keep in mind, there's certain things that are going to cause you to have to pay additional taxes for your business. Now it all depends on if you're going to look at it going, if it's a pass-through in an LLC and you stay at 15.3%, what's the corporate tax for whatever state you live in? Because I don't know what state you live in, but you can Google it and find out for the C Corp. There may even be somebody here that knows. I hear that the lots are all reserved in the last DR project, so I am getting in wait list. Wilson Koo, which project are you talking about? There's lots everywhere. Are you talking about in Vista Cana with Mr. Estacio? Let me know. Let me know what you're talking about. In fact, let me hit him up and see what we're talking about here. I'm pretty sure he's still up. Let me see. We're going to find out. So let me know, Wilson Koo, if we're talking about Mr. Estacio's lots or not. That'll be very interesting. Victor, interesting. DR has many Ukrainian visitors. Yep, 13K a month. At least it's not 130,000 a month. John 82, welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. And good evening, SSN family. Good evening to you. Thank you so much for being here once again. Nice to see you. All right, here we go. Andy O, S Corp. If you are big enough, I can help you with Amazon. Exactly. In case you didn't know, he has some programs for Amazon sellers. He can help you out. So yes, I agree with Wilson Koo on this. He meant C Corp. My bad. I get confused between C and S. It doesn't matter. It's all, you're going to be an employee of the company. It just depends on what state, what you're trying to achieve. Either way is going to be, well, I shouldn't say either way. Just check out your options. That's all. That's why I can't really say. All right. Yeah, Vista Cana with Hoshi Men. Oh, those 12 lots gone, and I don't have mine. There's also the Niam Luxury. It's the same builder, except they're building the same 2,750 square foot place, but it's still custom. You can do something over there. Yeah, I'm going to find out, but that means I just sent him a message, so that's why he's not hitting me back. So it is sold out. Also, did you know the DR president announced that all COVID-19 restrictive imposed measures were suspended as of February 16th? Let it rip. I like it. I like it, ladies and gentlemen. All right. That's it. Thanks, guys. Yes, Andy Ortiz. So I would tend to go by how much revenue you have coming in, because C Corp is going to cost you money, expenses. So keep that in mind. Just keep it in mind. That's all I'm saying. But you should have something. S Corp, C Corp, do one or the other. All right. Amazon FBA can get money for you to get your products and no payments or interest. Wow. 0 interest. Oh, I like that. Wilson Koo coming in with the damage that can help people. I love it. I love it, ladies and gentlemen. I love it. All right. Okay, so we're all good, ladies and gentlemen, so far. No panic attacks. I think the person, when they checked in, they probably didn't understand what was happening. So maybe that's what it was. I think all's fine now. We will see. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Either way, it's 2 hours in. Please smash the like button. If you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel. Click the all notification bell. If you're new here and don't know that you can get free stocks from Robinhood and Webull, the links are down below. If you didn't know you can get a free $10 from Coinbase of Bitcoin, the link is down below. I think. It's not. Uh-oh, hold on. Let's see. I'm looking in there now. There's no link down below. So I'll have to add it right now. So that'll be added shortly. Let's see, Coinbase. So we're going to have to add that. And I thought that's weird. And also, the next thing is get your crypto. Yeah, that's weird. Get your domain, unstoppable domain, get your .crypto, because you don't have to pay like .com annual renewal fees, and people can pay you in crypto. So if you have stopstrugglingnow.crypto, which I do, people can send crypto to that. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. All right. Okay. I'm about to wrap this up, ladies and gentlemen. 2 hours, 15 minutes in. Let's see. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have some other things. Nice. Yeah, I just started making profits this month, going straight into a business account. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's what you want to do. I will check on that other property of the same builder. Okay. Eric, are you dripping yet? Still strong, right? Yep, still strong, and strong dropped, but it started creeping back up. No, I haven't started dripping, and you know it's getting kind of crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is getting crazy. Another person passed away, not in my immediate family, but another extension of the family passed away 2 days ago. Now, this is crazy. People are dropping like flies. And you know, oftentimes it has to do with stress and worry, and you never know what's going to happen, because this person literally was walking and in the house and just done. Crazy. I don't know what to make of this, but no, I'm not dripping yet. I just don't have time. I'm in Nevada. Oh, okay. Well, then you're going to be a S Corp or C Corp. You're going to have some sort of corporate tax. In fact, let me see here. Let's go look. Let's go. Why don't we you can Google it. So, state of Nevada, C corporation. Because remember, Nevada is like how America was initially tax oriented, meaning businesses paid taxes, not individuals. So they're going to have a corporate tax. I can tell you that right now. That's how they do things. The casinos pay taxes, and every company pays taxes there. I just don't know what it is, but look at here. Nevada is one of the 4 states that have neither a corporate. Oh, I'm referring to sales tax. Sorry, neither a corporate income tax nor personal income tax. However, that no Nevada business has to pay any important. This does not mean, however, that no Nevada business has to pay any important state taxes at all. Right. They have sales tax. And that's how it's supposed to be. But they have other taxes there. So you're just going to have to check. I could have sworn they had corporate. No longer required. Okay, here it is. Businesses whose Nevada gross revenue for 20 taxable years 4 million or less are no longer required to file a commerce tax return. That's good. Businesses whose Nevada gross revenue taxable is still required to file a commerce tax return. Okay. Well, now, I like that. I love that. And the sales tax, yes, you got to pay. That's 6.85%. That's what they're using. Other optional taxes can be levied on businesses. So Nevada corporate tax looks good to me. I'm liking it, but you still pay the sales tax, which is 6.85. Florida has like 6.5 is it, I think. So They've modified 1.3. Yeah, I'm not familiar with Nevada anymore. So therefore, it looks like, what's this? This is not Nevada. 21%. That's not Nevada. So you're going to have to find some expert on Nevada taxes for the C Corp. But it appears you're good. You're just going to be paying sales tax plus maybe another 1% or so. So that looks good. Thanks, Eric. Have a good night, Eric. Thanks again for making this channel. Thank you so much for being here, Andy Ortiz. Glad you could make it. Eric, sorry to hear about that. Condolences to you and your family. Thank you so much. I mean, this is just starting to be crazy. People are just dropping like flies. I mean, this is like 3 and 4 weeks. This is crazy. Not even 4 weeks. Corporate taxes on S Corp are less than C Corp. True. Crypto is ripping right now. Andy Ortiz, I haven't even looked. No shocker. It seems to be going with the stock market. Stock market goes up, crypto goes up. Oh, market up 4.49% today. I love it. That's crypto I'm referring to. That is good news for all of us. Well, I guess if I was dripping, I'd be doing a lot better. In fact, I might get into that in a second, but let's see what's happened. Does that mean Bitcoin is over 40,000 again? Ethereum is back over 3? Is that what we're saying? This isn't coming up fast enough, is it? No, it's not. All right. Crypto. What's happening here? All right. I saw the 4.49. Let's get to some numbers. Shall we? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like, okay, let's see. Not many. They're like 5 block. Don't know if reserved. Okay. Wilson Koo, you're on the wait list. I don't know for sure, but he's saying that there's some that were blocked, but maybe that's why they started the wait list. So there's something going on with the wait. So you might be able to get one of those 60K lots. So we're back up 4%. Ethereum back up 13%. I'm not dripping. Drip network price. Let's go see. It was around $99 the other day. And it's at 95. That's the lowest I've seen it. Let's go look. 94 in the last month. 94 is the lowest. That must have just happened today. That's pretty good. That's the lowest it's been for a while. Yep. That was earlier this AM, 2:25, 11:40 a.m. Because usually it stays around 100. This is incredible that it stays there like that. Sorry to hear. Thank you, Chili Davis. Dollar cost average. Buy crypto every week. I love it. BTC, 39K. Sorry to hear about your loss, Nadine M. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm heavily invested in ADA. I know you are, Andy Ortiz. You believe in them. Hopefully you diversified within crypto as well. Now, let me see. I took this off the screen. Let me go check something else. Let's go look at, it's not really necessary. Strong block. I like the passive income in case you're new here. 283. It's back up to 283 because it was down to 240 or 250. That was good. And then we have Power Node, crypto. This is nodes, ladies and gentlemen. You buy 10 of the coins and you park them there and you earn roughly about 10% daily. They're down to 1150, but it's up from 10 something. That's not bad. $560 to get your 10 nodes that earns 0.7%, which is like $7. That's cool per day. That's not bad. Let's go look at, let's go pull up I got to go find out what's up with time because it was around 300 Wonderland time. Let's go see what that's about. It's under 300, 289 and still dropping. I have not sold, actually. I should have when it was 5 something. I would have been back to break even. No, I would have been still negative 200. Now it's even worse. We're still getting rebates of some sort, but I don't really know what's going on with them. That pretty much has been bad news. Got your free BSGG drop if you own Wonderland Time. So hopefully if you missed that video, all you have to do is go to Wonderland Time or wonderland.money and log in. And if you see a banner up there saying something about BSGG airdrop, that means you qualified. They took a snapshot. If you owned Wonderland Time on January 10th, then you qualify for the BSGG airdrop. All right. Absolutely. Diversification is a must. All right. I definitely need passive income. Nadine in. That's how we do it. So just keep in mind, strong block. You buy 10 coins, right? Roughly right now, that's going to be about $3,100. And then you earn 10%. So basically, you'll probably get if you were in already, you're going to get about $28, let's say tomorrow. And 28 times 30, that's roughly what, $700, maybe even more than that, $800 a month passively. Gotta love it. All right. So let's talk. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 2 hours, 26 minutes in. And please smash the like button. And if you like what we're talking about so far, please subscribe to the channel and please join us on Monday at 8:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be back with SSN Nation Money Making Mondays. You never know what the subject matter is going to be about, but hopefully we talked about ways of how you can keep the government from stealing your money from you. You can stop them, set up your business, set yourself up as an entity. Great evening, fam. Have a great weekend. Wilson Koo, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it once again. Very nice to see you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap this up tonight because it is 2 hours and 27 minutes in. And hopefully you got a little bit out of this to help you on your financial freedom train, get those freedom papers and get that passive income and get those assets. All right. Also, Coinbase gives free BTC and ETH and other coins because you can learn about other coins, and they usually now only give you like $3 per coin, $1, $1, $1 to equal 3, as long as you learn about other crypto on Coinbase. The link is down below to get your free $10 from Coinbase of BTC, and also the free $5 from Webull link is down below near the very bottom. Here we go. Let's see what we got. I am still bullish on both Strong and Drip Network. I agree with you. I am also, even though I'm not in Drip. So we'll see what happens. Eric, think we are closer to that special for SSN buyers in DR? Oh, yeah. We will be getting closer. SSN Lifestyle, you mean? Yeah. Oh, you mean that special? Okay. I'm glad to hear this because this is regarding financing, ladies and gentlemen, because when you finish making your down payment and the delivery of the unit comes, some of you may say, I don't want to spend cash. I want to just get a loan. We got to make sure it's available to you, right? We've been talking about it for a year. Everybody's stuff is going to start becoming due on delivery later this year and into next year and the year after. So we want to make sure we're ready. And Wilson Koo is making sure that we're going to be ready. At least he's looking for it, making it happen, trying to find it. So I'm happy to hear this. That will be awesome, Wilson Koo. Let me know. And let me know what the parameters are going to be. That's the most important part. Nadine M., thank you so much. Thank you once again for being here. And congratulations on being in the Vistacana family. I love SSN Academy. Take action about your financial future. There we go. I like that. Take action about your financial future. Now, you don't hear it enough, ladies and gentlemen. And every time we're going to have a dip in the market. All right. Count on it. We're going to have a dip in the housing markets. Count on it. This just happens. It's going to be cycles. But how many of you are going to be able to take advantage of that cycle? That's the question. But at least set yourself up where you might be able to do something. And with the help of people like Wilson Koo, you might be able to finance some properties that you didn't think you could finance. All right. So just keep that in mind. Keep an open mind. All right. I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. And that's why we have to talk the talk. We have to keep talking about this, because if you can save money, think about this. If your company makes $100,000 and you're set up the proper way, and you don't have to give $15,300 to the government for self-employment tax, you're able to just give them $6,000. The other $9,000 stays in your pocket simply because you have an S corp. That is $9,000 that you could actually use to make investments and getting more assets. Don't you see? Year after year after year, you have rental property. You get to depreciate the value of that property. So you bought $150, let's say $200,000 property. You might be able to take out like $7,000 a year off your tax bill, so to speak. It's a tax deduction. All right. That helps you in your overall scheme of things. That little money you have left over, whether it's $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, you get to put it in a lump sum and then reload the next year. Put your money in an IRA. Start with the Fidelity, TD Ameritrade. Okay, put your money in there. Start your company up. Have a 401k plan. Now I'm investing in my 401k plan for the company that I work for, which is my own company. Now I have money going in there from me, money going in there from the company. Now you've almost doubled what you, or tripled what you can put in. And in those instances, we're able to use it for stocks. So now if our stock portfolio increases in our 401k, not only that, now it's even more valuable. So these are options that you have, and that eliminates the government from stealing your money, because they're tax write-offs when you set it up right. Okay, just keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. All righty. So I'm going to get to some last couple of ironing out the details and be working out implementation of the program. I want to get interest only for 12 to 18 months and lower the interest. Wilson Koo, that right there, I understand the 12 to 18 months like a bridge. That would be so very valuable, quite frankly. You're barking up the right tree, because it's not so much the loan itself, it's so much what you can do. So if a person has that 18 months and they can rent it out and they have 0% or low interest, they have revenue coming in, they can use the revenue to pay down their loan. And then at the other side of it, at the other end, whether it's 12 or 18 months, the value of the property could have increased, and you can go with commercial lending at that point, because now you're going to have a track record of your property earned X amount of dollars. So therefore your property value has increased based on your profits or revenues coming in. So there's more to the game. And if you can just get somebody to bridge, that would be astronomical. Astronomical, let alone if you can get 18 months, that would be awesome as well. But I'll take 12. It doesn't really matter. I'll take 12, 14, 18, 24 if you got it. But nonetheless, if you can bridge it like that and your property value goes up. So let me give you guys a thing. I'm going to end this shortly, but hold on. This has brought up a very, very interesting point that I got to make. You buy a property for $100,000. Not only will you possibly get the appreciation, because once it's finished being built, it could be, let's say, 120. But what if you were able to get like $20,000 a year in profit? Well, guess what? Commercial wise, your property is worth more than $120,000. So you're going to go tell them, hey, I need $60,000. They say no problem. But now I'm renting it out for $20,000 and I have like a low interest rate, and I'm just have no reason. I'm just paying half of that into what I owe for that loan. And now we're going to increase our rates the following year, right? So now our profit is higher and appreciation of property. Now we go to the bank and now we get the bigger loan and we say, hey, we make $35,000 this year. Do you think they're going to have a problem giving you $100,000? $150,000? I don't think so. So think about it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the playbook. So if he can get that going, that's the way it works. Thanks for the gems. Thank you for the gems, Wilson Koo. Appreciate it. And thank everybody else for the gems as well. If things work out, I may do the commercial loan for the property. I have people that drop dollars on assets of interest. Exactly, Wilson Koo. That's what we're talking about. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you have to stay tuned for the real estate course next time. All right, we do it free here, by the way. But the whole thing is dedicated towards real estate investing, and people have different ideas and different ways to finance and rehab finance and all kind of different things. And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.